Well, we just concluded the Meyo Invitational over at the University of Notre Dame this past weekend. We had a tremendous weekend, a couple of days that were just fantastic. I felt like going into the meet, this could be one of the best indoor meets in the history of Loyola track and field. And I think looking back on it here Monday afternoon, I feel strongly about that. We have 4 performances, or I should say no less than 4 performances in the top 15 in the country. Gina Valgoy in the 5K went 16:15 for a 42nd indoor best, and launched her onto the national spotlight in the 5K. I think somewhere around top 10 right now. That was on Friday night, and then day 2 over there on Saturday, we had a lot of great things going on. James McLaughlin in the triple jump moved into the top 15 in the country, and that's sort of his hobby. You know, he considers himself an even better long jumper, which he was an All-American in a year ago, so that was exciting to see him jump nearly a 2-foot PR in a triple jump, and I know that ranks high. Very high in the country and very high in the Scottish national rankings where he's from, so that's exciting for him. Our men's 4x4 was just spectacular out there. We went 3:10, broke our school record by over 3 seconds, and we got locked into a pretty exciting battle with the likes of Ohio State and Iowa and Michigan, some really impressive Big Ten schools year in and year out in track and field. And so we ran a great time with that relay. I'm excited about where we're going with that. It's going to be tough to make the national meet in that event. They only take 12 relays. We currently sit number 11 in the nation in that relay. That's very exciting. We had a couple of gals, young gals, ran very, very well in the mile relay also with a 3:46. And then our 800 gals ran, Amber Davis ran 2:09.96 to break the all-time record. First female ever to go under 2:10 indoor for Loyola. And Rebecca Stearns, another true freshman, went 2:11. Not only did we run some nice times in those events, we also took over the lead in the conference, and we hold the number 1, 2, 3, and 4 spots in several of the long sprints and middle distance events all the way through the 3K. So things are setting up well for us, setting up nicely as we approach the Horizon League Championship. I think the highlight of the meet was Declan Murray's 1:48.04, which is number 4 on the national list. Declan made that meet a year ago with a 1:48.86 to get in, so he's well ahead of pace there, and I think he can dip into the 1:47s. I also feel like that mark's going to hold up and get him to the national championship. So really, it takes a lot of pressure off. We can focus on some other things, focus on training. Instead of trying to run 3 or 4 meets over the next 4 weeks, we can really focus on training and feel good about what we've got going forward at this point. So very exciting weekend for Loyola track and field.
Hi, I'm Mike Wetzel. I'm a senior from Green Bay, Wisconsin. I was on the lead-off leg for the 4x4 here. We had a really nice meet. I was a little disappointed in my race. I was a little tired from the week and everything, but these guys really stepped up in the clutch when they had to. I mean, we're racing the best teams in the Big Ten, some of the better teams in the Big East, and these 3 guys all rose to the challenge in every way possible.
Pass it down to Kev.
I'm Kevin Glassetter. I'm from Shannon, Illinois. I was the second leg for that relay, and I was really excited to get such a great time, and we're on the national rankings and have a good chance to get to nationals, and couldn't do it without my teammates. So.
Hi, I'm Bay Abbott. We've just really put in the work all year, and when I saw Declan coming around in first, thanks to a great leg by Kevin and himself, I just knew that this was the time that we were going to run fast, and we ended up beating out Ohio State, Michigan, Iowa, and some other big schools, big names there, and really just all the hard work has paid off.
Yeah, I think the 4x4 was just a good cap to the end of the meet for us. We had some really great performances individually, and to get a shot to run against some of the best teams in the nation was really awesome. Running with a little bit of fear, Kevin handed me the baton in first, so just gave it to Bay with as much momentum as possible, and then chased him down to the other side of the track to start screaming my head off at him to pick up the pace going down the home stretch. And it was just really cool to see him hold off Ohio State's anchor leg, who was gunning hard for him. He caught up to him, and right when Bay caught a look out of him on the corner of his eye, just made the push through the finish line and beat him by 100th of a second. So it was a pretty exciting finish to the meet for us.
It was a really exciting weekend for the Ramblers at Meyo. I competed in the 5K. We were really excited to go there and get a good mark, and running a good 5K was one of our goals for the season, so it felt really good to accomplish that. Just being amongst my teammates, everyone was performing at a really high level, and a lot of people noticed how successful we were, so it was just a great time to be a Rambler.
Notre Dame is nice. The Meyo Mile is a great event, and the atmosphere that they had going when that was going on was exceptional. So for that kind of stuff, it's always nice to go to a big school because it brings better performances out of people. In terms of my performance individually, it was a triple jump that I was competing in, which is not my main event, and even though I did something pretty decent, I still view that as an auxiliary event, and if anything, it just illustrates to me the physical shape I'm in terms of long jumping, which I will do again on Friday. So that's where the main game is for me.